Hello everyone, welcome to your 9-2 lesson on solving quadratic equations by factoring. So we are bringing back factoring that we learned in an earlier unit. So yeah, this just never goes away, so get excited. Okay, so our learning targets for this lesson, we are going to be able to find the solution of a quadratic equation by factoring. We'll use the zero product property and factoring to find the solutions of a quadratic equation. We're going to be able to apply factoring to solve real-world problems. We love those. We're going to be able to use the zeros of a quadratic equation to sketch a graph, and we also are going to be able to write the factored form of a quadratic function from a graph. All right, just a couple vocabulary words we need to put into our notes. We saw up here factored form was used several times. Factored form, or at least right there, factored form. So what is factored form? You guys are familiar with standard form. So let me just give you an example of what standard form is. So that could be, let's say, x squared plus 5x plus 6. So that's standard form, your ax squared plus bx plus c. Factored form is when we factor this standard form. So just a quick reminder, when we have these trinomials with just the x squared as our first term, we're going to find factors of 6 that add up to 5. So our factors of 6 are 1 and 6, or 2 and 3. The 2 and the 3 are the two that add up to 5. So factored form is the x plus 2 times the x plus 3. So standard form, and then when we take that same standard form and factor it, now we have what we're calling factored form. All right, one more thing, we have a zero product property. For all real numbers, a and b, if a times b equals 0, then a equals 0 or b equals 0. So zero product is multiplication. So what we're saying is we're multiplying two things together. And when you get 0 as your answer, the only way to get 0 as an answer with multiplication is if you actually are multiplying with a 0. So the two things you're multiplying, either a equals 0 or b equals 0, or it's possible they both equal 0. So we will apply that zero product property in our first example. So let's get started.